You're now listening to INCRadio United Kingdom Satellite Studio.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You are watching IC Radio at United Kingdom, and we are broadcasting from the Ecclesiastical District of Britain North. I'm your host for today, Brother Evangelos de Lumpinas, and joining me,
I am also one of your hosts today, Sister Elorda Lumpines.
and we are both excited to be having the show today.
So right now in Britain it's 5 p.m.
Yeah, and it
And
should be like 2 minutes past midnight over there in
in
the
the Philippines,
Philippines.
yes. So if all there's for those of us watching live on YouTube, don't forget to keep commenting throughout the show. We read your comments. If you'd like to shout out your local congregation with your hashtags as well, that we read those.
Hmm. Yeah, and guess we'll get started. Wait, what's the weather like today?
Well, it's been quite like unpredictable like the past few
Yeah,
days. It's like it's been raining and it,
uh,
it, it goes between like raining and like sunny.
yeah, it's like
So but it's
shifting
been really
between.
hot like the last 2 days.
Hmm. It's like it's pretty cloudy outside right now as well. So make sure you guys bring like I always just bring umbrellas
Just bring
anyway.
umbrellas anyway.
Yeah,
Like
this is like a UK thing.
in the UK is 4 seasons. you, you never know what the weather's going to be like.
Okay, so just move on to our topic discussion. So in the United Kingdom, as you heard on last week's show, the summer break is over. Oh, and school term is starting again this week. For us uni students, I think we might be coming in a bit later, but basically school is back in session. So we want to help our student listeners by sharing some effective study tips, as we all have our own methods that may work for ourselves but not someone else. So let's get ahead and be more effective in our studying this school year. So maybe we can also hear from our brethren there in the live
In the
chat.
live chat, yes.
Uh,
If you have any
study tips as
study
well.
tips that you'd like to share with us,
So how do you
you
guys
can.
usually study? Um,
So, where are you currently in your education?
for me, I'm about to start my third year in university. I haven't started yet, but because I still have a few more weeks before they start the year off. Yeah, that's what I'm currently studying. It's probably just like electrical engineering in like
Mm.
university. So it's a lot of math.
Oh, third year.
Third year.
Happy for you, bro.
so what so what about you, Sister Laura?
I graduated last year.
But what
So,
did you study?
oh yeah, I studied civil engineering.
Mm.
So I'm already finished. So that's not like I don't have to go through that anymore.
Yeah,
Well, like actually, studying is lifelong. Like
yeah.
it's a lifelong thing. If you're a lifelong learner, you'll go far.
That's true.
Doesn't stop in school,
Yeah,
everybody.
you can always keep learning,
Yeah.
even at home. So, um, for I guess you can like
I'll start off with the
draw on
first.
from your first a few like for first like 3 years of your studying. So how do you prepare yourself to study and do your homework?
Oh, okay. So like to when I well I'm still studying now kind of, so I'm just joking everybody. I'm still studying now for my work because I need to do a lot of like course stuff. And if they give you like the learning objectives for like the topics they give you, that's actually like where make that like your plan, because the learning objectives are supposed to be
What you're supposed to
what
learn?
you're supposed to
Well,
learn.
that's why it's called learning objective.
what you're supposed to know at the end of that topic. So if you like
If you look at the learning objectives and then
objectives, and then you can make like a
the,
list based on that. So okay, so like this topic, um or you have to skim through the topic first, of course,
oh,
like
yeah,
to see
you
like
have to attend lectures and whatnot as well.
yeah, like no, my yeah, lectures and stuff, but like mine one is like self-learning now. So like
Yeah. So after the lecture, you come back. You come back from the lecture like
if you go to the lectures and you look at your learning objectives and there's some stuff in the learning objectives that's not clear, you go back and in that topic and then make it clear for yourself, like which parts do I need to revise. And that's where like to-do lists come in as well. So
mm,
especially like if you're having a hard time starting uh things,
yeah.
to-do lists make it easier to tackle because it makes the big steps like smaller.
You chunk it. It makes it easier to manage.
And
Um,
then uh,
I think the best part about like to do list is that it also like stores the things that you need to do away from your mind and puts
mm,
it on the page. So like you have more time to think about other things instead of just having to remember something in your head for the whole day and it's taking up like real estate up there. Um,
what about you, Brother Van?
I think time management would probably be a good thing. So like you need to block out your schedules as well. So if you're like me, you also have like in school you get like timetables and stuff.
But like that wasn't like
But they also have the here
they
when
have no they have timetables now in no sorry in like secondary education. The timetables, like everything's timetable for you, but in uni it becomes a little bit more flexible. Like they
mm,
give you like the lecture times, but then like you have to prioritize your own time and do your own scheduling.
yeah, yeah, they expect you to
Teaches
learn.
you some independence.
Yeah, they expect you to learn when you're not in lectures basically.
Yeah.
So using that you can use like the time slots that they give you as like a guide to actually just finish like whatever, like go through your notes and whatnot, or like learn other things for the next part or prepare your stuff. Especially this year I'm going to go through group projects, so
Ooh, fun.
we're going to be using that like that time to just like meet up and discuss like what the
Well, yeah, your
stuff,
group project.
yeah, group project stuff. um
But like I'm also blocking off time. Yeah, I do that blocking off time. I when like exam season, I used to block off like 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah. No, so I have that like 1 hour and then a break, 1 hour break and
Oh,
stuff.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so
So, so,
it's a
so
whole Pomodoro.
didn't just like, okay, you didn't just like
Oh,
sit there for 6 hours.
imagine! No, imagine studying 6 hours in one go. Well, maybe someone can do that,
Yeah,
not
my
me.
brain would turn to mush, man.
Like I'm not built for that. But uh,
Yeah, I tried that before. I think shout out to Sister Carmela for introducing the
it's the
technique to me.
Carmela Fowler from
Yeah,
Exeter,
because I
right?
remember participating in one of the CBI activities, and we just like did a study session together. We just wrote our own to do lists,
Mm-hmm.
and then also like just applied it to like a Pomodoro technique. So we were just like going through that in
And
the background with some music. And you know, since you guys are there together, it helps you like keep going as well, because everyone's just there.
if anyone's got any study tips, by the way, you can drop it in the live chat. I actually haven't like since I've been out of uni for like a while. Like it's like I have to remember them.
Yeah.
Well,
If you have a group of friends as well, you can also set up a study session with them as well.
it depends
Because
on your friends
yeah, it
sometimes.
depends on your friends, but I don't
Where
know.
you have to know yourself, because like if you know you and your friends are gonna get studying done, that's good. But if
Mm.
you and your friends are like they get distracted really easily, I don't know, like maybe sometimes you have to like
Oh
study
yeah.
separately. Yeah.
But if you know your friend group works with study sessions, you can do that as well. Remember doing that with I remember doing that like in preparation for exams, because like we were going through, we are just answering like questions together, and then you would ask me questions, and like explaining to each other also helps you understand the learning material. So it really helps if you have someone to either explain it to, maybe have a rubber duck on the side.
Okay. Also like regarding to like about the time blocking, there's also like a setting aside a space for studying,
Oh yeah.
because I don't study in my bed. I tried that. I tried to do my dissertation in my bed.
No.
That didn't end up very well, because like you should have like a separate space for your studying.
Yeah,
So like
because
when you sit down on that desk, you're like, okay, I'm switched
okay,
on. Like I'm supposed to study here. If
yeah.
I do anything else, that's not going to help.
And barring that, maybe even just like blocking out time for yourself as well. Sometimes some people suggest like separate it, but in between using like a 20-minute nap as well. I don't know if you're like the type of person who can like sleep for 20 minutes and not sleep past that. But if you can use like when you come home, you just use a nap, and then like you just do the same thing. If you don't have space in your house to like dedicate to just have a study area, you can separate it using time instead, or maybe even just like walk around your house, like do a
To
walk.
study?
No, like do a walk, get outside your house, walk around the block, and then come back in, and then do your stuff. Because basically, you just need to take your mind off of the stuff that you did before you start studying, because like so then you can focus
Hmm.
on the stuff you want to do. Um,
Okay, so about and well, after we've gone through the
Yeah.
planning stage to actually set up everything. So, what's like another smart studying tip or study habit that you could put on top of that?
Uh, I like having like
Well,
notes accessible to me most of the time. Um, but I remember going through the first year was like using physical notes. I don't know if it's up to your preferences, but I remember like it was much quicker to make notes digitally.
yeah, because you can actually erase.
Yeah, because you can erase, because you can erase and you can annotate the slides that they
You
give
can
you.
erase like, oh I misspelled that, instead of like scribbling it out on like a digital. You just use your like digital eraser.
Yeah.
But like I think first I
But
use,
like writing it down helped me remember it better.
yeah, regardless if it was digital or like not,
Yeah.
because like some people I think they, for me, like when I do it digitally I don't actually like type. I don't remember anything if I do that.
Yeah, typing it's too easy. I feel because I remember because if you write it down, it makes it you use much more of your brain, so
And
it
like
is a
you
bit
can
more.
hear in the lecture hall, it's not.
Yeah, or like your laptop's trying to take off in the lecture theater. Anyway, um,
Well, if I do when I used to do it physically, I used to have separate notebooks
yeah,
for subjects, because if you try to put everything in one, it's gonna be really hard. But I had one notebook, and then that was all the notebook I would take into lectures,
hmm,
and then I would use it for everything, for every lecture, and then like I had a separate notebook for that subject, and I would actually just rewrite everything with like the with in a more organized way, because then, like when you're in a lecture, it's like what do you call it? It's you just have to get it down. Like when the lecturer tells you something or they teach you a concept,
yeah.
but after like if after you go through it again in the on the notebook, you,
Like in like my also my recommendation for like making notes while during a lecture is that since like if you're if you're like mine where they have like the notes on the screen, it's better if you make notes based on what you understand from it. Like explaining it to yourself, like it's almost like explaining it to
yeah,
yourself.
don't copy it word for word.
Yeah, because like copying it word for word is good for rote memorization, I guess, if you're trying to remember like specific details. But if you're trying to understand the theory behind it, you have to explain it to yourself in a way that you
Depend
understand.
Depends on the course, I think. From for engineering, you can't be like, okay, I memorized it, I can
Yeah.
apply it. No, I tried that, didn't work.
Mm.
uh
Yeah, just having like and also having things handy as well as
and like basically about the notes, your organization is probably going to be your best friend.
hmm.
So if you have they give you handouts. If you have handouts for different subjects, don't put them all in one pile.
Oh, this is today's
You're
pile.
never gonna get anything done. You That's for me. If I put them on one pile, I'm never gonna get anything done, because
Yeah.
like instead of actually spending time like what do you call it? Spending time already just getting into it, I'm like, oh man,
I have to sort my
I have to
pile.
sort my pile. Have
One thing I really liked about some of the subjects I took was that like every time we had like a week, they gave us stuff to do. These the homework, but like they gave us like stuff to do like alongside for that week. So like for example, like example questions for us to like go through back back and forth, so we can test ourselves on what we got taught, and it helps you understand as well. Um, yeah.
and about the organization, if you have separate subjects, put them in separate piles. Because what I like to do is
Hmm.
like put them in chronological order. So I have the lesson numbers of like, okay, so example, I had my concrete lesson. Yeah, I learned about concrete in uni. Wild. Uh, you put them like the order you got it. So like it's when you're looking for that specific topic, you can just like uh go through it really quickly instead of like spending too much time looking for it.
Hmm.
If something in a newer topic is something that is connected to
Linked to it.
like an older topic, you can go back to it really quickly
Hmm.
and like not waste a lot of time trying to find things.
Yeah.
It's probably and that's how I do it physically, but with digitally I put a lot of folders, and then it's just names of
Yeah. I saw your notebook is full of like post-it notes.
what do
Just
you
like
mean?
it's like little tags and stuff, like colored tags on every single page.
Oh, that was like that was before I had like I develop my organization technique. It's actually really hard, but you could do that too. They're color coded, but they're like based on like what I need to do. If they're red, that those are the things I urgently need to get done before
Mm.
before my exam or something.
Hmm.
What about you, brother Van?
Uh, Honestly, it's just like it's not a mess, but it's like basically the same thing as your thing. Is like separated by module, and then instead of like lesson numbers, it's the week number because like we had like we just
Yeah,
put them in,
yeah, the less number is the week number because we have new lessons every week.
yeah, and then like you would just put them in that week. And then since like most of the modules I had like a table of contents for what they were gonna teach that module anyway during for the weeks because it's timetabled. You could just like refer to that week for like that topic. It makes it easier for me, I think.
Labeling as well.
Yeah.
If like you have the topic like because I'm self learning now, so I actually don't have like a specified schedule to get it done. So yeah, the labeling 1, 2, 3, and then you also like I use highlighters just to see like where everything is. So
Hmm.
this is where like this lesson starts in that notebook I have.
Yeah. So which one would you prefer? Just like digital or paper filing?
I don't really mind. I
Either works.
either works as long as like you've got a way to actually like to make it easier for yourself to find stuff. So if like it's a separate topic, I highlight the title in purple, and I'm like, okay, let's start that's a new topic like in this page. That's how I separate the different topics.
Mm. For me, I use digital notes. I like to type it up, but like if I'm in the lecture theater, I prefer like actually writing it down in the moment, and afterwards you just type up the notes so it's easier to reference because I can't read my own handwriting. Um, um, yeah, but like would you prefer to have like your desk like full? Would it be easier to just have everything stored digitally?
It depends on the person. I well, to me, I like it better if it's digital because it's just like I share a room with like my sister. So having a lot of notebooks is really hard, especially when you're like limited storage space.
Hmm.
So that's one thing I would say is an advantage of digital.
Yeah, I just wish it was a bit easier to sort like not sort through like find things, but that's probably just like a thing that I can use to improve my organization
Yeah,
skills.
that's you need to improve your organization
Yeah,
if you
no,
can't
but
find anything.
I wish they could like I wish they could like read the whatever I hand wrote and then just like make it searchable.
They do that.
I know,
Well,
but
no,
my handwriting's not
they
good enough
have
for
a
them to do it
they have a
automatically for me.
you need to write slower. You need sometimes the problem is not the device,
I know
sometimes it's
it's a
us.
user error.
But you need to write slower if you want, because I think they have a feature like that in no they have a note taking feature like that.
There's like
They write it and it
text
becomes
to
text.
yeah. There's a handwriting to
But I know what you're on about, because even my handwriting is like it's too ugly for it's too
yeah.
ugly for the what do you call it,
The character recognition is
the
like
character recognition to pick up, and then some whole other words. So I just actually kept it as handwriting. I
yeah.
mean, I can read my handwriting. That's all I care about. If someone wants to look at my notes, they can ask.
Yeah, we have to like get a translator for mine. um, yeah.
if
What do you?
if anybody has any other study tips,
Yeah. What
especially
do you
people who are
think?
still in uni or secondary school or doing any type of learning, they can share it in the live chat.
Yeah. Do you think it's just good enough when you're like studying for your exams to like just look at your notes that you made the first time?
No, because I don't learn anything like that.
Hmm. So what do you suggest
I
when making revision notes?
practice questions. That's all you do.
Hmm.
Because I mean, you're what I do. I go to the lecture, ask my lecturer 100 questions based on the topic, like because they're there. Uh, make the notes that they made, go through them, and like see, and then go through them and see if I can explain it to myself, and if there's any thing that I can't really like get get like if you have a topic And
Mm-hmm.
then you have like the small parts of the topic that like so if they teach you a concept, they there's the small parts of that concept,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's one part that's not like clear, and how not clear on how it connects to everything else, I mark that and then I ask that next lecture. But then like the but on top of that, the most important thing is doing a lot of practice questions, because that's really, to me, that's really the only way that you can actually understand the topic you're like studying,
Mm-hmm.
because it's you can memorize how everything is defined, like the definitions of stuff and the descriptions of everything, but if you don't really understand how to actually apply that and how that connects, how that like, so for example, like this type of concrete is like made out of this, but if you don't really understand like what that means, it's like it's kind of
Yeah,
useless, so you
you don't
actually
see
have to use
you have to link it somehow.
yeah, that's what the practice questions are for, especially if it's maths.
Oh man,
I'm
you
telling
with
everyone
with
now.
maths, like you cannot just like
Now I'm telling
learn
everyone now,
theory.
you cannot just learn theory and go, ah, I'll be ready for the
Nah,
exam.
that's not
No.
how it works. You have to like as much as it's like there's
There's
no
no
easy there's
there's
no
no
like
shortcut.
there's no
It
shortcut for
it
maths.
really is just doing a lot of practice
Yeah,
questions.
because one thing you have to know about maths is that like everything is built up from everything you've learned.
It's like a language at this point. So they teach
Yeah,
you the rules, but then
they even give you notation.
they teach you the rules of that language, but then you still have to actually use it, and you
Yeah,
can't really do that if you don't
apply.
practice using it,
Yeah.
like speaking to people and uh with that language. It's like that's just like maths. You have to practice using it, so that means doing a lot of practice questions. If you can find it in books, that's good. uh my uni had a library, and then we there's this one like recommended book that they had, and that had a lot of practice questions, and I would use that.
Hmm.
And if you could find somebody to help you like explain it outside of your lecture as well, that's good. Sometimes actually, wait, teaching people as well if you're helping them with maths. Because I had a friend,
Yeah.
he's the friend who always helps me with maths in uni. He likes teaching people the maths because it actually helps him study, because if you could explain something to somebody, that means you've really understood it.
Yeah.
So helping others as well, yeah, that's a good study.
Hmm. Yeah. That's why having a study group is really good. So
Yeah, studying.
friends to explain to or
Friends.
get explained to.
Finding friends, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes there's things that you're good at that your friends aren't good at, and vice versa. So that's what the study group really is for. It's
Hmm.
so like you could actually help each other based on like what you're weak on. So I'm weak on maths.
Same.
But like I had the topic where like it was all computer stuff and coding. But so everybody, that's where they would ask me to help them. But I can actually do that. But in exchange that they would help me with the maths and the the concrete stuff as
Hmm.
well. But you better, Ivan. I
Yeah,
know.
I was mostly the programming one as well. It's just because like when it comes to programming, it actually got easier when I joined when I started uni because they finally explained to me what the language was used for, the different aspects of the languages. So now you can actually code. Like it actually makes it fun.
So it's like, I mean, I think that's the same reason as well why I didn't like maths like that much.
Because
Because
you
like
can find where it was applied, right?
they yeah, like that, like they just teach you, "You do it," and then they don't actually explain like the
It's been distilled so much.
yeah, they just tell you to do this, and then they
Yeah, but it's yeah. The amount of times I've had to come up with like use like actual trigonometry
no,
to
but like
find out like different things.
what do you mean like that you started enjoying programming more?
Yeah, I actually like because what I used to do is like literally when I was in high school, I was just learning programming for the sake of learning programming, like just
Okay.
say. But then like when I came to uni, I was like, okay, so you can make you can give you like little things. It's like oh, uh you can make this, and then you can link it to a different program so you can use the code again and reuse it. And then I was like, yeah, you could just do that. So I
Okay,
made my own side project because it inspires you to do like little things like that, like side projects.
like basically what you learn is like how when you know because you're programming,
Hmm.
and then you actually learn how each piece of that programming actually works.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
having like
You got context.
yeah, you get
Basically, there you
context for
go.
everything that you have.
You learned the first principles.
Yeah, like I did that, and I was like, yeah, I can do this, and then you can just apply the things you learned to like the group project that we had. We actually did pretty well. Like I told my group mates, why don't we just split the program into different like modules, so you can just all work on like basically four separate programs and just link them together into one big one, and then it just worked like eventually.
That's what I think. That's the thing with the, this is my school, so I don't know if it applies to everybody else, but that's really like I think what you learn in uni.
Hmm,
It's like well, if you in uni you have to actually pick up your studying habits, because if you weren't a very effective studier in A level or GCSE, it's really gonna show. Yeah, it's going
it's
to
true.
show. It's going to show, and you're going to struggle quite a bit. But if study habits are like they're not fixed, you can learn them, especially like if there's people around you like my classmates and my friends who
Yeah,
are have really good study habits. You can ask them what study habits they have, and if it works for you, you can apply it to yourself, because that's how like I was able to get better at studying and
yeah.
get better grades.
I think you eventually figured out the flashcards were the best.
The flashcards, oh yeah, for memorizing things, yeah,
Hmm.
flashcards.
Yeah.
uh but for like things, for subjects that you need to learn the rules and then apply those rules on like problems
So practice
like math,
questions.
the practice questions are where you're going to uh actually get help from, because not only are you actually like practicing applying what you're learning into a problem, you're also getting
Used to how they ask you the question.
that is that they you get used to how they ask you the question. And also, if you do practice questions, it you have a chance to apply what you know on like multiple things that aren't really like they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
So you get like an experience.
Sometimes they even like go further with the questions as well. You know, like they also like make you like think about other things on top of it.
Mm.
So like it also helps you like apply to like different scenarios as well, with practice questions. Like if I remember like helping you out with like like some maths recently, and I was like, yeah, you could just since it's just like two parallel lines, you just this is the same
Oh yeah,
angle.
the, ba- the basic stuff that I'm supposed to learn in GCSE.
Yeah. It's so easy to forget, but it actually comes up when you actually need it, and then that's when you actually remember it
Like the
because
super basic rules that you
yeah,
learn in GCSE. Like sometimes like people like I think take it for granted, and
mm,
then like when you go to do high level stuff, the basic stuff that you learn as a foundation are actually like really important.
yeah, double angle formula, like multiple sign, like sine and cos, you could
But
change it into like an addition instead of a multiplication. Anyway,
and then on top of the practice questions, there's like what do you call it? Having your main notes and then your revision notes.
hmm,
So like I mean it's like quite similar to what I said about like okay, I have my my lecture notebook that I just scribbled out the lecture stuff in, and then like you have the revision notes.
oh, I think
Ba-
I just remembered like note taking like thing I just realized. While I was looking through my notes or like answering practice questions, one thing I did as well was I also wrote down anything I was struggling in and like how to solve it.
Mhm.
So like for example, oh this
Yeah,
one's the one that
like
trips you up.
that's why you like you write anything that you don't get, so when you go back to it you can actually like make a note like okay, this is how you do it.
Or the ones you actually struggled on as well, and like what steps you took to solve that problem. Hey, this is like the hey, this is this one because I remember correctly. It was doing was it electronics, yeah, and then it was like they had like different uh styles of making like oscillators. So it was like the wine bridge. Anyway, those two there was one they had different ways of solving them every time. So like each one of them had like a unique set of equations. But what I remembered was you could just like write down which one is like you struggled on the most, and you're like, oh, this is that one, and then it's just like it'll jog your brain because you experienced it anyway, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you just like answer it that way, and it helps you remember too if you make notes on what you have, what you've experienced as well. So like I had like a separate exam notes one, So, for example, hey, this one is here. This is how you would solve it, and then just have equations on the side. That's how I made my exam notes, at least. It helped a lot because like it basically condensed all of the topics into like things you can use for the exams as well. Oh, we have one here from Sister Isabel de Limpinas for a top study tip. Study at the appropriate time. Try not to cram all your studying the week or night before. First-hand experience.
Looking at a lot of people.
Yeah, and look, like, there's a mirror here somewhere. Um, yeah.
That was before.
Now I'm a changed man now.
I'm a changed person now after struggling in second year. I don't do
Yeah.
that anymore. Give yourself a lot of time. That's a
Yeah,
good study tip. Okay.
give yourself a lot of time. Like maybe if you maybe like just go through it like at the end of the because they always for me they give us like reading weeks to go through like all the stuff we've learned like halfway through the term.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes like and sometimes some schools don't give you reading week.
Which group projects had reading week, you know?
I wish group projects were reading week, but no. You
Uh,
gotta like that's how you learn time management.
yeah. So like give yourself enough time because if you sure you'll be able to like apply it when you finish like exams, but then you just forget it straight after, which is not great, especially if you're gonna be using it the next year or like later on.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I've noticed when
If
you
you cram
cram.
it, yeah, I when I the stuff I crammed is just gone. It's in the bin.
Can't even remember what you crammed about. So
Yeah. No, I know what I crammed about. I was like, oh, what? But I don't remember anything.
yeah.
But
So
okay, those are yeah.
so what's like one last tip that you would have when you're either revising or doing exams?
Pray,
Hmm.
pray. Prayer is the most important thing.
That's what I always did
You have
every
to
single
pair
exam.
the studying with the hard studying with the praying. Don't
Yeah.
forget the prayer.
So
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 like
that our Almighty God has the chance to bless your plan as
like
well.
to help you. That's all. Like that's probably the most important thing. The night before the exam, I as part of my devotional prayer. But the night before the exam, like instead of staying up,
Get a
I
good night's rest.
I get a good night. I just pray and then I pray and then I get a good night's rest
Hmm.
because like if you're not rested, so you have help from God, and also if you're fully rested, you can focus better on the exam.
Yeah.
So we said all of our study tips with like brother Ivan, you said your study tips as well. So why is having these techniques, these smart techniques to study important as a student and as a member
Using these study tips, like obviously being
of the
able
Church
to,
of Christ? Yeah.
yeah, as a member of the Church of Christ, being able to study more effectively. Like we can do more with the same amount of time if we like apply these. Um, we can save time and then use that extra time to like to just like
To
focus on other things as well.
to
Like for
help you
example,
prioritize on your duties. Yeah.
yeah. So like for example, you're not so you have more time to like what do you call that? Attend to. There you go. Attend to like your duties when you spend less time studying, but you still need to study anyway. So if you spend less time studying because you have better ways of studying, you can like attend to your duties more effectively as well.
Mhm.
That's what I found.
I agree. Yeah. If you like really like if you really like prioritize your
Oh,
duties,
the first time I ever did
you gotta learn how to get organized.
the first
Okay.
time I ever did like the week like before, I actually like this, I did the work the week as soon as we got it. It's actually like amazing. I was not stressed. Anyway,
Okay. So we will be moving on to our station break, and we will be showcasing an INC original music video titled "I Have You," which was performed by Europe and Africa Satellite Studios. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
When darkness surrounds me and all seems lost, and the problems I face are seemingly insurmountable, I bow my head and pray, full of hope, 'cause I have the Almighty who saved me from trouble.
People fear for the day and worry about tomorrow, but I won't despair. I know you get rid of my sorrow. This world may feel helpless with distress and spreading illness, but with your help, my Father, I am truly blessed.
I will never stop serving you, my God. Even when I'm down, you call me with your love. I am strong and brave. I will never be afraid, 'cause I have you. Inspire me to wait patiently and hope for the grace you serve for me. I'll endure come what may. In my duty I will stay, 'cause I have you. In whatever situation, I keep on serving, strong and steadfast in faith, training in holy living.
As long as I'm inside the Church of Christ, I'm certain the things I do in service are never in vain.
I'll hold you down,
The hope you've given me
and never hesitate
to tell people about
to
it.
sing words of truth. Rather guide and guide, share my faith and show them toward God. I will never stop serving you, my God. Even when I'm done, you come with your love. I am strong and brave. I will never be afraid, 'cause I have you. Inspire me to wait patiently and hope for the grace you serve for me. I'll endure for what may. In my duty I'll stay, 'cause I have you. I yearn to reach the holy city. The people who live there will always be happy. No longer think about all troubles we had before. I long for that day I will cry no more. So I'll be waiting patiently, hoping for the grace you reserve for me. In this life and the life to come, I'll be strong, I'll be brave, whatever may come. So I'll be waiting patiently, hoping for the grace you reserve for me. In this life and the life to come, I'll be strong, I'll be brave, whatever may come. I will never stop serving you, my God. Even when I'm down, you come with your love. I am strong and brave. I will never be afraid, 'cause I have you. Inspire me to wait patiently and hope for the grace you serve for me. I'll endure for what may. In the Church of Christ I'll stay. Your promises are true. I know I'll make it through, 'cause I have you.
Okay. Welcome back to INCRadio, United Kingdom. I'm still your host, Brother Ivan Joseph
And
Delumpines,
it's still me, Sister Lord Lumpinas.
and you're still watching INCRadio, United Kingdom Satellite Studio.
Before we keep going, we are going to read a few shoutouts.
Yeah, I'll read some out as well. Do you want us to start? Do you want to start off,
Okay,
sister?
happy viewing po from Hull, District of Britain North, from Brother Glenn Constante.
Yeah.
Constante. Okay, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
uh, Sister Joyce Antonio, regards to all brethren from Hull GWS. Yeah, nice to see you here, sister. Sister Joan Martin, uh, happy watching po everyone from Flintshire, hashtag Britain North. And then Brother Ivan Killoy, hashtag
Brother
Portsmouth.
Ivan Kiloy, who's always watching us.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. Happy viewing po from
From
Newport,
Sister
Wales.
Wilma Dolumpinas,
Yeah.
happy being from Newport, Wales.
Uh, yeah, and then Brother Scott Augustine, aloha from Central Europe. Sister Jessica. Yeah, you already read that one, Sister Jessica. Um,
Are you reading from the bottom or the top?
I'm sorry from the top, but I think they're starting to cut off the ones on the top. I think. Brother Harley Alcantara here at the bottom, at the top here. Hello, Paul brethren. Good afternoon to all. Shout out to Ka Harley over there in Britain South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Britain South.
Okay, I still have to get used to that. Uh, the Vergs Ferrer, greeting from Doncaster, hashtag Britain North. Uh,
Okay.
and then one more from Brother Glenching. Hello, dear brethren. Happy viewing. So shout out to Brother Glenching over there in Britain North, Britain South.
Britain South. We're gonna
Yeah,
get it right.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so moving on will be our CFO in action, and we will be starting with our first activity, the coastal cleanup drive, conducted by the Brethren of North Shields, which is in Britain North. So you could see in the video, the Brethren of North Shields that conducted the coastal cleanup drive at Long Sands Beach, Tinmouth.
Yeah,
Tinmouth, yes.
yeah.
As part of the INC Giving
Very
Project,
beautiful beach though.
you can see that the brethren brought their own litter pickers and rubbish bags, walking around cleaning up the coastline. And you could even see that they're wearing their INC Giving shirts. So through this activity, the brethren were strengthened through this activity and found it is very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was like you
Personally, yeah, I found when we had our own cleanup drive, it was very enjoyable. So I know that they found it
just
enjoyable
being
too.
able to just go around and help the community
Yeah,
is
and
always a
cleaning up
good
the
thing as
community.
well.
But the greatest reaction was the very positive comments from the community, and through this activity, we they also showed some interest attend the worship services, and through INC giving activities such as these, we can actually give back to the community and help out. Like for example, with the cleanup drive, others with appreciation days,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, we can give we can give time. During INC giving activities, we can do. If you are interested in doing INC giving activities, we have a website, um,
INC giving the org.
incgiving.org, and then you can use that as a template to ask your local leadership to do
Mhm.
more activities like that.
They have the resources that you need to
Yeah,
prepare for your INC giving
yeah,
activities, the
graphics,
graphics, the cards, some
yeah,
ideas as well
yeah,
that you can find on
and the
the
steps to
blog.
take to prepare for that
Yeah,
activity as
and you
well.
can find it on blog the INC giving blog as well on that website.
To
Different
see the impact
ideas,
that different
yeah,
brethren have
yeah,
on the communities.
and ideas to if you want to like hold your own INC like giving activity,
Hmm.
and there's also that Instagram page.
Yeah,
It's under INC Giving Project. It's also a good place to get ideas and see like get some tips
yeah,
on how to prepare for INC Giving activities. So there was that one I saw, like, for example, the one I saw, it was about how to prepare for like a food bank activity,
hmm,
and the things that like food banks look for, things that they would like preferably want to receive as a donations.
yeah.
Okay.
One thing that I remember doing as well was uh like the appreciation day for like the police or like the firefighters. That's also
Mhm.
like one as well. I remember doing that. That was really good because it's like just joining in and like helping out and giving back to the community.
Showing appreciation for the people who work in like public service, and also to introduce them to the Church of Christ as well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So if you are interested, don't forget you can also ask your local leadership to set up activities like these. Okay, moving on. We can go to back up, no, back down to Britain South over there in Portsmouth, where they conducted a trail walking, biking, socializing activity. So brethren from like Portsmouth gathered together with on their bikes and then rode in to go through and just like have a like trail. They walked and biked at the same time. So
or the trail, yeah.
yeah, it's a trail. So we can just seeing all the brethren there. Would conducting the biking trail activity, like you can see them like really enjoying it, going through and just like biking around. It's like it was a nice day out as well, on like if you see on the photos.
In the visual aid.
Yeah, it was going through. You can see them like they had camping chairs and everything. They were fully set. um, you can see them walking through, and then
We even have pets.
yeah, even have pets as well. Um, so when they're uh, going through with their, like, I think it's a good thing that we have like activities like that,
Oh,
like just going through and then like going out and about.
uh, like exercise
Yeah,
activities, so
it's
like
like
the CFO one.
just going through like biking is always a good amount of exercise to like keep you like active. Because like I know like I sit around a lot if I if I stay in my house. Um, Going through and continue on doing that, and we can maybe we can read a few more like YouTube shout outs. um, so yeah, just going through and biking is always really nice. Um, yeah, maybe we can have a few more
Re-
in Portsmouth over there, like especially like
Let's read.
brother Ivan Killoy.
Let's read some YouTube shoutouts. See. Uh,
Yeah, brother
Sister.
Peter Drodds, brother greetings from Leeds. Hashtag Flintshire, North Wales, Britain North. Yeah, uh, though that's the wrong person. Brother Francis Martin, that says hashtag Flintshire, North Wales, hashtag Britain North. We also have brother Peter How do you how do you pronounce his last name?
What is it? Where we see? Drozds.
Oh, okay.
Brother Peter, I'm
Brother
so
Peter over there
sorry.
in Leeds, like shout out, like you guys helped out a lot for like the 110th like anniversary activity as well. Um, Sister Christina Hebrew, greetings to everyone. Happy watching from local of Heathrow. Sister Joy Kier, greetings from Hull GWS. And then also Brother Seth Hebrew, watching from hashtag Heathrow.
Sister Christine Joyce Desalia. Greetings po to everyone tuning in. Shout out to the hosts. Hi guys. Hashtag Cardiff. Hashtag Britanor. Nice to see you in the live chat, Sister Christine Joyce. She's one of our hosts on INCRadio, United Kingdom Satellite Studio. And
Yeah, I think we also have another one. Brother David Rubik, happy viewing, brethren. SFM UK London extension. Shout out to Brother Dave.
shout out to Brother Dave. Nice to see you po in the live chat. Uh, we have a shout out from Sister Evelyn Peralta. Happy being po from Romford.
Yeah. Okay. So going back to our activity over there in Britain South in Portsmouth, maybe we can have the visual aid this time.
Go.
Okay, we see you can see all the brethren just having fun outside in the sun. You can see them also there, like
Soaking up the outside
yeah, and then
on the trail
there's a
with their
trail
bikes.
on their bikes. We have like brethren with big and small bikes. You even have like brethren like handing out Pasugo magazines to like passersby as well. And you can see they even brought their pets, so even the pets are getting
Yeah,
exercise
it
as well.
benefits everybody.
Yeah,
I mean, walking is always good.
yeah. So it's a good activity to go through and like just keep yourself active and also just like have opportunities to share your faith as well.
In the trails, like
Yeah.
especially because a lot of people use the trail. Like so this you there are unexpected like opportunities for you to share your faith. So as you can see, the brethren here was able to share their faith on the trail.
Mm. Yeah. So recently we just had
the,
like a big
the
premiere.
worldwide premiere of the CEBSI film titled Haligi, and
Can you tell us more about it? What it's about?
so it was about four fathers, and like I'm gonna like go through it quickly. Four fathers, and then like they lost their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is like this is okay. So after pandemic, everyone's struggling pandemic, but it's after the pandemic people still struggling. And in that movie, four fathers lost their jobs, and the movie basically goes through how they all handled that situation.
Mm. Uh, yeah. Just going through. I hope you
And
guys enjoyed it as well.
yeah,
Like,
I hope everybody enjoyed it as well. And if you want to comment what you thought about the movie, you can leave it on the live chat as well, so we can read it out. And
yeah.
I heard that like the four lead actors, they were like established actors in the Philippine cinema, and then
Mm.
they're all like church members, which
Yeah.
is really cool. But yeah, it was like they went through like how they handled the situation, and then one of them, I think one of the fathers was like a church member
In the film.
in the film, yeah. And he basically like he held on to his faith, and
Regardless of what happened.
regardless of what happened, and he kept his family together, and then they like they kept holding on with hope. So like that message,
So it's a good reminder for us.
a good reminder for us, and like we'd like to thank the church administration for making films like these through SEBSI films before, because it's like
Yeah, because it's
enriches
like
our lives. It
it's
because it
always good to like get inspired as
Yeah,
well.
inspired by like reminding us
To continue on.
to continue on in our to be prayerful
Hmm.
and face the trials. Like even though we face challenges, we we face a lot of hardships and challenges, we still have our Lord God by our side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we have some time for some more like shout outs as well.
Mhm.
Shout out to Sister Joan Martin. Greetings spot to our DM brother Anton Pena, together with his family. Love from hashtag Flintshire, Britain North. And then over here, brother Mario Oka, happy watching here in the Philippines, and stay safe, brethren. Greetings from locale of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. Wow. Uh,
From across the pond. Well,
yeah,
not even across the pond as well.
across two ponds. Yeah, both ways as well.
The
Anyway,
flight that takes like whole 24
yeah,
hours.
it's like a whole 24-hour trip. It's good. Yeah, the playing games are okay as well.
Bro,
Right,
Sister
just remember.
Gemma Sala says very inspiring movie for hashtag leads.
And brother Scott Augustine saying good day to you too as well. Brother Sean Gamboa, greetings pot to all pot from the local congregation of Romford and South and Ghibli West. Hashtag Britain South. Okay, yeah.
Do you want to like give your shout outs, or shall I start?
Maybe we can go through and do a station break real quick as well, and then we can get back to our YouTube shoutouts.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Maybe. Okay, we'll just go back to YouTube shoutouts. We can keep going. Shout out to
I'll okay,
yeah,
keep going, keep
we
going,
can
keep
share
going.
our shout outs anyway. We have the
Later,
same
yeah.
shout outs basically. So we can always shout out like Newport Wales,
All
the
of the brethren in Newport,
yeah,
Wales, in
Cardiff,
Cardiff,
Bristol,
Swansea,
Swansea,
Bristol.
um,
Shout out to our resident minister,
uh,
Brother Jason Elumir and his family.
yeah,
Shout out to my parents,
yeah,
Sister Wilma Dalumpines and Brother Joseph Dalumpines, my sister, Sister Isabel Dalumpines, and all the INC radio crew of the United Kingdom.
yeah.
What about you, Brother Iman?
Shout out to yeah, we have the same shout outs.
You never know. Maybe you
So,
have someone else to shout out.
yeah, shout out to brother Brian from for last week. Uh, shout out shout outs to brother Robin Solis over there in the local congregation of Colchester. He's always a legend. Um, yeah, that's
Okay, so
yeah. So before we go, we have a few closing remarks here. Uh, and acknowledgments to make. So we have our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you to our Christian Family Organization coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo. Our district supervising ministers in the following districts. For Britain South, Brother Harley Alcantara. For Britain North, Brother Romeo Anthony Pena. And in Ireland, Brother Pepito Acuesta.
and we'd also like to acknowledge and shout out all the ministers in our ecclesiastical districts of Britain North, Britain South, and Ireland, and to all the INC Radio United Kingdom crew. So keep on watching and listening to INC Radio via live audio and video streaming at iglesianicristo.net/INC Radio. And remember to take a selfie of yourself watching and send it in. And you could also listen to the live audio streaming through your mobile phones by downloading the INC Radio mobile application on your mobiles or via YouTube channel. And if you want to find us on YouTube, you can type in search INC Radio United Kingdom and click on any of our show dates live now.
Yeah. So don't forget to visit INC news and updates in Facebook, IG, and Twitter regarding church events that's happening around the world.
There's also Faith and Melody.
Yeah, shout out every Monday to Thursday,
Every Monday to Thursday, it's every 5 p.m. British
Standard
Standard
Time.
Time. Uh, Sometimes me and my brother Ivan, like guest hosts on Faith and Melody, but It's a very good show where we
Yeah.
talk about like our faith, and you could also like send in like
Requests
requests
for music as well.
for music.
Okay.
Th-
So that's gonna be it for the show today, isn't it?
Shout out to Brother Jay Esperanza and Sister Bel Celestino, who are all uh,
Regular hosts.
regular hosts and panelists on Faith and Melody. And that's it for our show today. So once again, I am your sister Elor de Lupines.
And I am Brother Ivan Joseph Dalumpines.
See you late. See you on our next show.
Bye bye.
A leader who is willing to give his life to safeguard our election. He is the guardian of our faith, placed by God in these lost days. Even though we may be miles and miles apart, we truly feel His love and care within our hearts. With one faith, one voice, we thank our Almighty God for placing a church administration in His fold to keep watch over the Church of Christ and our faith. From the distant lands we promise to remain united. Yes, we are one, with the church administration in these last days.
Hello, brethren on board. I am your mommy, Maylin Bernice. Apart from being a mom, I am also an incoming senior college student majoring in accounting this fall. And I am a deaconess in the local congregation of Las Vegas District of Mountain States.
I will be one of the hosts dito sa ating bagong programa. Samahan kami as we pursue self-development. It will be Monday to Friday, 10 p.m. Philippine time. We'll be sharing tips and stories about balancing life's challenges that will motivate all of us to pursue growth.
So, paano? Keep it here?
Saturday Music Jam.
Saturday Music Jam.
Saturday Music Jam! Join us as we enjoy and be inspired in our favorite INC original music.
Here on Saturday Music Jam. Every Saturdays at 2 p.m.
Saturday Music Jam.
Saturday Music Jam.
Saturday Music Jam.
From rising every morning to face the unknown, embarking on a path where the outcome is uncertain, or starting over when you've hit rock bottom. There are many factors that can hinder us every day. But what keeps us going? What gives us courage? The presence of our friends and loved ones? Doing good work reminds us of the vitality of life. Living our purpose and fulfilling our duties inside the Church of Christ.
When was the last time you made someone smile? When was the last time you made friends with others? Include, invite, befriend. A small gesture of friendship can make someone's day. A message from INCRadio Mountain State Satellite Studio.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Kind gestures like giving appreciation, picking up trash at the park, or giving a